of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Handoff, Caden Durham. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Oh, pressure's coming. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Jackson will throw. Unloads it left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Changing the routes with his receivers. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here's a gift to Barker. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Long way to go on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second half.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. Here's Durham. Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And he's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Croma. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And I know that wasn't a big gain, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here we go. The give to the left. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Right back to the well. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll run it. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. To the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got a little space. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Drops back. It's Levitt. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. The Noles headed quickly to the line. On the RPO, got him. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to make positive things happen. 3,000 yards, that's a lot for a running back. Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Second and long here. Straight ahead, it's Durham. Give him 88 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Hey, third down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, fourth down coming.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Here's a give to Durham. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point is good. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson will throw. Rush right in his face.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Out wide left, it's Brown. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st. Caught. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Boston College looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the 1st half.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Cuts it upfield. It's Berry. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
through the air. It's Levin. Look out. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Turning it on. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. LSU right back to the line. The handoff. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Softened him up with the run. Now to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Lets it fly. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Back to throw, it's Levin. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. They just keep firing. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Rush is on. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Just a second here. I don't coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on 4th down. Throws toward the end zone. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Jackson will throw. Here comes the heat. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That
goes high to pull it in. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. He's changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Back's got it on the screen. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Comes out to start this drive. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Caden Durham again. There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Handoff, Caden Durham. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Hits the hole. It's Durham. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Moves the pocket. It's Levin. They'll run the screen. They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50 and now to be 4th down.
And really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Tigers will try to pick it up on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
operating in the red zone here on second down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive.
Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida State.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. When he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Durham one more time. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Watkins. They're all over him. They reached into the bag of tricks on 3rd down, and it did not work.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Jackson will throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Left side is Lopez. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Making the adjustment. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Dropping back, it's Levitt. Complete, out left to Wilson. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking to throw. Under pressure. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Out wide right, it's Watkins. Touchdown, LSU! And the beatdown has ensued.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. And they'll try to tack on 2. Here's a give to Durham. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
LSU 48, Florida State 24.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Turns it on in midfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Turns up, it's Durham. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Open space at the 25. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming. And
forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Brought down.
That keeps the score. LSU 54, Florida State 24. Number 20 set to kick off.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go.
Turning on the Jets. Inside the 30. He's at the tip. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. And he tacks on the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. See what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And it pays off the sack at the 20.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Oh, pressure's coming. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Levitt. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Florida State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Trying to power it in. Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the 2. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
One more play to pad the stats. Drops back on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great